So it's been a while since I did the last channel update and also a Mailtime video, so I figured I'd combine both in this one. A couple of things have changed in the office in the last couple of months, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. So let's just start at the door right here. Some of these cabinets have been moved around as the floor was sagging a little bit where they were standing before. I didn't really trust that all too much, so I moved it around so it had a bit more of the actual beams underneath it, and it is not sagging as much anymore. And the cabinet next to it, there are some of the bigger scale projects that are still going on the channel, as you've seen the last update on the Peugeot and also on the 917, and of course the Mustang that everybody is waiting for. So let's just start with the Peugeot. Still going strong, still waiting on more parts to finish it off, a couple more packages to go, but in a couple months time this one should be finished. The 917 just got started, so that will take a lot longer for it to actually finish, and probably before I will post another update as well. So that's just gonna sit there and wait for more to arrive. And of course, the actual Mustang that I started months ago is still waiting for a repaint, but I was waiting for the kitchen to arrive, so I had an actual sink in order to help strip the paint and have some running water, etc., etc. And that is finally here. So there we have it, an actual kitchen in the office. And as you can see straight away, the Mustang is being stripped. Most of the paint has been stripped off, just a little bit more to go, but it is coming along nicely. And I will then prep it for primer and of course paint. So updates should be coming fairly soon on this one. It is a pretty big project, so I do want to take my time on it, but progress is being made, so that is all to come soon. And on the other side, this is where we came in, of course. This is just some trash that I need to take out. We have a new 3D printer from Quiddy 3D. This is my first fully enclosed FDM printer. It is another FDM printer, so not a resin printer, so it will be printing more like functional parts than actual usable parts for the scale models, but still functional parts are pretty cool too. I can print some components for my workbench, some tools, some other stuff. If you want to see me do something specific that is actually doable with one of these printers, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to try and integrate it into the review of this printer, which is coming up fairly soon. So not only do I have another 3D printer, but of course I have the entire cabinet of projects and stuff that I still need to do. So on the lower end, we're going to start off with some of the Revell kits that I got sent in. You've seen these ones from the Fast and Furious be unboxed on the channel already. I won't be building any of them anytime soon. It was purely for the unboxing. I will be building them, I just don't know when, because some other projects have a bit higher of a priority. Right on top are some projects from Aoshima. These again will be built in due course, due time, but not anytime soon. Next to that, I have a customer build of a Ferrari Mondial that will be rebuilt or repainted in white, as his father used to have one of those back in the day, and that is a project that is coming up fairly soon too. Then on top of that, we have some bell kits and Tamiya kits. These will be built for bell kits. I'm trying to do this Citroen as soon as I can, but I'm a bit overwhelmed at the moment with all the projects going on, so I just need to find some time. Some other projects from Tamiya too. These were sent in by Domino Belgium, so I will be building those too in due course, and some more kits that are base kits for upcoming Fast and Furious builds. On the shelf on top of that, we have some kits from Alpha Model. I'm going to be building all of them in due course, just one at a time, of course. Some very exciting cars that I'm really excited to start building, but I first have to finish some other things too. And then on top of that, we have some stuff from Decal Shop, another Fast and Furious build. Of course, the Porsche 550 Spider to go along with the extended wheelbase Volkswagen bus or pickup that I did a while ago. And then next to that, some other parts from Streetblisters, also Zoom On, just a couple add-ons that I will be using at various points and stages in some of the builds. the new wheels for the Ford GT, of course, some of the other parts from Avonworks. These are some more projects that I will be doing for my friend Peter, which you've recently seen me do his Berlingo for. Some various projects from IXO. Not sure if I'm going to be rebuilding these on the channel or rebuilding these at all, but they've sent them in just in case if I wanted to have fun projects. Then we have some paint that will be used on various different projects to come up. I'm thinking of painting the Mustang in this green with a white stripe, but if you have any other ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. This is the new number 5 paint range, I think from Spot Model. They've sent in some paints, various different colors, and also the specific paints for the Citroen that I will be building for bell kits in a couple of weeks. And also the Zero Paints color for, again, one of these bell kits. The splash paints that have been sent in kindly by Splash. I've used them on various projects that you can already see on the channel. Of course, the Mission Models paints, I should be using these on another couple of projects in the future as well, as I have a ton of them. And then of course we have the cabinet next to it, which is pretty much empty. But nonetheless, that means that I don't have that much work that I need to fill 2 of these up. This is already way more than I anticipated to do, actually. So let's just get to work, I guess. And if we just turn around, there is the 3D printing bench, also known as my better half's bureau, which she isn't using. So if she's not using it, I am, of course. And we have another 3D printing review coming up of a King Rune. This is another FDM printer, a really small, cute desktop size, a bit user-friendly, and also a bit better sized for just a small printer to add on the side. It doesn't take up all that much space as all the other printers do, so it's a quite nice addition to have, as it doesn't really have that big of a footprint. Now with this one, I'm printing some Star Wars kits, just some flat pack kits to put together really simply, and showing you guys what this machine actually is capable of. And so far, I'm pretty impressed. And while we're looking at that, in the background, we also have some 3D printer filament from Sunlu, various different colors that they have sent in for me to use on various projects, and I am using it right here already. Some of the gray, some gold, and also some red filament, and that is now enclosed in the iBoss Systems. It says Cyclopus. I don't know, but this is a filament dryer. It makes a certain temperature in there, which is good for the filament and gives you a better result, and also stores it neatly as well, while looking pretty cool at the same time. And then in the cabinet behind it, it's just a pretty big mess while I trip over my tripod that is in the middle of the room. And then of course, normally this cabinet over here would have been here, and then there would be a small opening. But as I said, the floor here was sagging a bit, so I didn't really want to have all that weight on it. So I moved it this way, created a small hallway there, and I'm pretty happy as the floor isn't sagging as much anymore. Here we have some of the old 3D printers that I have reviewed, and some of them that I'm still using, along with, of course, all of the not for sale private collection. And on the floor, there are some parts for the Mustang that have already been fully stripped and now have received their first coat of primer on the inside. I still need to turn them over, sand, and prep all of them to prime and eventually paint the outside, of course. Then there is a small photo booth. And right here we have some of the Mailtime packages that came in. Revell came out with a couple of new kits recently and some cool stuff that I wanted to try out. Of course, the new Jaguar E-Type Roadster to go along with the E-Type that I've built a while ago, but then in a different color. Just a super exciting and beautiful kit to do, so I really wanted to have one of those. And then right on top of that, we have another Volkswagen bus, but this time the T2, a newer version of the ones that I've built before. And they also came out with a book about the Revell history. If you order for a certain amount on the Revell website, they will add this into your order for a limited time only, as they have various or a limited quantity available. And then some of these light curing glue as well. I really wanted to try this out, as it should be super quick to use and also super strong. So I'm really excited to see how that works and to test it out, of course. Next to that, we have another package from USCP. They came out with the full transkits for Johnny Trans Fast and Furious S2000 from the first S2000, from the first Fast and Furious movie, and of course the pink one from Too Fast and Furious that Suki was driving. It is the same body kit, just a different color, of course, and a couple of different accessories, but overall pretty much the same style of build. So I'm really excited to get to those as well. I will be doing an unboxing for these kits. I won't be building them anytime soon. Like I said, I'm a bit overwhelmed at the moment with all of the projects that I have going on, but I will be doing an unboxing to show what is inside and what you need to build these kits. I just won't be posting the actual build videos anytime soon. Now, another addition that I wanted for the Ford GT that I'm going to be building is the actual raised up spoiler. In the Tamiya kit, it is just in the standard down position, but they've made an extra set from USCP, which has it in the upright position. Just gives a really cool main look to the entire build, and it's a nice small add-on. So they sent this out for me to use on that build in the future as well. And one of the final packages that came in was from Streetblisters. They sent out some more of their clear, some primer, and a couple of the various new colors that they came out with, and also some colors that I requested for certain builds. This is a special Porsche color, which I will be using on a customer build, and also a BMW color for another customer build, and of course the colors for the Fast and Furious S2000s, the pink one for Suki, and of course Johnny Tran's black color as well. So it's no accident that I have both of these, of course, as when USCP announced these, I quickly went over to Streetblisters and requested them to make these paints for the builds, of course, and they happily obliged and created the paints for these builds. So that's a really good combination to come up in the future. And a project that I started a while ago is the Tokyo Drift 350Z. This one was sent in by Decals Shop. I will be leaving links below for all of the products, of course, along with this one, and also a discount code on Decals Shop itself if you're interested in picking one of these kits up. Now, this one has been on the back burner for quite a while. Like I said, some things have been going on in life. I've been on vacation trying to buy a house. All of the adult stuff outside of scale modeling, so this one has been on the back burner. It is taking quite a bit of time to do all of the body work and to get it to the level that I want it to be, so I'm taking my time on it. I will probably be updating it in one of the next videos. Some other projects might be coming up in between, but I'm getting back to this one as soon as I possibly can. Again, I just want to take my time and give this the proper time and attention that it needs to actually look as good as I want it to. And I will probably be creating another how-to video on this one as well for specific body working tips. So it is almost there, just a couple of finer scratches, some dents and dings that need to be filled in. And then I can probably start painting it pretty soon. So keep your eyes peeled. This one is coming up fairly soon. And as a final look, we're moving on to the actual bench itself. Here are the parts for the 350Z. I ordered some more rivets in from Spot Model. This is all for the Tokyo Drift wide body, just to add a bit more detail on those riveted fenders and to be putting those in two. And then right here we have another big scale project. I think this is a 1/4 scale 4-cylinder engine. This is a build-up kit, as you can see in the background, and it is actually mostly functioning too, so that is pretty exciting. I probably will be finishing this off today and then posting this as a next project video. So that is all to come. And that's it for this update. I hope you enjoyed this quick, well, little, it ain't no more. This, not even quick. I hope you enjoyed this look through the new setup here in the office. and of course also an insight on some of the projects that are going on in the background, and some of them that you have been waiting for a long while, and some a little less long, but it's all to come. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave comments down below if you have any questions, and I hope to see you soon on this next one.